This year has been very, very wet, and I really wanted to do at least one pit fire this year, and my pit is just too damp, even though I cover it with tin sheeting, roofing tin. So I found a bunch of reinforced concrete building scraps, squares, and I'm hoping that by having them at the bottom that I will get a lot less moisture burning, evaporating out of the ground to worry my pots. Because there's two things that interfere with a good firing. One of them is moisture, and the other one is heat fluctuations. So this is step one, to reduce the amount of moisture. The other step is to make sure I'm using dry wood. So I'm using a dry floor, I'm using dry wood, and I really dried my pottery. So I'll turn it on and start heating up everything. I just flinched. So the reason that I built it up on the barbecue grates is that I was having a lot of rim cracks, which apparently is part of heat shock. So it cooled down or heated up too rapidly, and I found that one of the points was putting it in the fire, and to help keep the heat at an even pace, because big extremes in heat and cold can also create the heat shock, is that airflow is important, contained airflow. So I stacked the pots very, very tightly. I tried not to have openings for ash to fall in, so there's airflow, convection in between the pots and under the pots because of the grating. And that's why I pushed out all of the ashes. It heated up the floor fantastically, and I put it around so it turns the fire back on, but it's not clogging up the draft under the floor. And then I put the wood over it, not on top of it, but I made a little roof to go over it. If this wouldn't be in a pit, you could also make a pyramid stack instead of a flat one like I did, and make a pyramid of wood around it. But I'm worried about them rolling away because they're all round. Rounded bottoms, rounded sides, rounded rim, everything rolls. So I decided to stay on one level, and that also means that later I can put a roof over it, because it's still underground level. So I'm not very hurried about this point getting it on. I just wanted to fire over the pottery to calmly get it all back hot. And then when the fire is really going, then I'll start feeding it and make a big fire. And I'll feed it little bits at a time. Not make a big fire and I'll let it down and feed it again, because that's when you get thermal shock again. I'm trying to feed a little bits at a time. Heat up slowly, heat up steadily. About wood, hardwood is actually a better wood to fire than softwood, especially pine. But you just heard the spark, that is resin exploding, and if it's in the wrong place that could break a bisqued pot as well, or a greenware pot as well. And pine fires very hot quite quickly, so you get more thermal shock again. Hardwood doesn't get up to fire as fast, but then it keeps its heat for much longer. So that is nice. So this is a collection of both. It's all scrap wood from recycling hardwood pellets. So I've got a mixture of pine and hardwood, because it's all free, part of the recycling. We've got a good blaze going, so now it's a matter of keeping this up, checking both sides. I have like a heavy beam that I put in the middle, so I stack everything on top of that instead of the pottery, which keeps burning through. But then before I put heavy wood on again, I put a new beam over, like a rib or a ceiling beam. Keeps the weight off the pottery. I haven't heard anything explode yet. No intense cracking. So that's good, obviously. And now it's a matter of burying everything in hot coals and waiting until the pottery turns orange. And it's blackening already, but it's not changing color yet. This is the second time I've beamed this back up. The fire is getting hot. It's about like 4 to 6 feet. I can feel it radiate here. So I'm letting it go down a little bit and then I push it back up again. Trying keeping it this hot as long as I can. Until I run out of wood or the fire pit fills up with hot coals and ashes. That's the idea, that it gets filled up so much that the pots are pretty much buried. Ah, shit. We're finally starting to fill the pit with red hot coals. I think I broke 2 pots because I touched them while putting wood on. So next time, instead of putting a wood girder from side to side, I'm going to take some rebar, because that does not burn away. 2 pieces. About 1/3 and 2/3, not in the middle, but 1/3 and 2/3, so you can get a good roof going without touching the pottery. Other than that, I don't think I heard any clinking cracks, and well, I guess we'll see what happens later. So I'll keep adding wood until it's completely full and we're getting dark, and then it will be banked. So exciting!
Hey Mama, would you want me to, or are you filming?
Oh, I'm definitely filming.
Mama!
What?
Look who's on the roof!
What, is it actual something, or is it Hey, hi Casper!
Go look!
Now. It's a cat on a hot tin roof. Well, a hot asphalt roof.
Can you not get to him? Mama. Good feeling.
Hey Monica. Oh, komen jullie ook even kijken?
We have good charcoal, which hopefully means a good seal. Yeah. It's a hardened protection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that didn't color that well. You packed them in very good.
Yes, they are much, much denser than last time. It's one of the things I did
Oh,
differently.
this is the one you broke. You can probably see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That goes.
It's a beautiful color.
Beautiful crack.
Yeah, I hid it when I chucked a piece of wood on. But yeah, put it separate and we'll do a tally.
Hey Moose, are you supervising? Oh, I found Papa's grill.
Yep. Maar dan zie je dat er inderdaad ruimte onder zit. Oh, and then you see that it indeed does have room under it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's got really cool striping.
It's still dirty, but as soon as I clean it off, it'll look much better.
Yep.
Surprised we only have breakages.
Well, we don't know for sure until I wash them. Because last time I found all the hairline cracks after when I washed them, because they were so tiny. It's beautiful and the color is amazing.
Another really pretty inside.
Yeah.
Round pot.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the one that I thought
Oh,
I
wow.
cracked.
It's all
Yeah.
the way down and around.
I see it's also those really big cracks all around the bottom. Yeah, so that happened when I touched it when it was really hot, but not baked yet.
Can I break it?
You think you can try? Yeah. Yeah.
That would definitely not have held water.
No, we can use it as shirts.
Yep, that's why I'm already breaking it up.
Don't break it all the way, because that's a nice big fat
Yeah, nice
one.
protective hat.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Nice protective head. So the two that I broke are broken, and it looks like everything else is okay.
Yeah, this is exactly what you do with the shards.
Exactly. Yep. Especially if you've had multiple pots.
Well, that's
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 out of 11. 10 out of 12.
9. How many total?
It's
1,
12.
2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11. So that'd be 9 out of 11.
9 out of 11. That is pretty darn good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is our best yet.
Yeah. Moose, are you tied around everything again?
Okay, well he's our lucky cat, huh? So these are my grates. I just pulled them out of the hole, which we have beautiful charcoal in. We'll get later. And these are 2 barbecue grills, and I had to laugh so loud. Apparently we got a really hot fire because they're not actually flat anymore. I mean, they're still useful, but they're not flat. And this is the one that I got out of our barbecue grill. So
Papa's not gonna be happy.
it's like, oops.
Maybe you should put that under some of the
I don't know.
slabs.
Maybe if we let the pony walk over it, it'll be flat again.
They'll just have flat holes in it.
Oh well. Live and learn. Well, it's still perfectly usable.